and welcome back to
Bunso
Bites.
Bites.
I'm your host, Ami43.
And I'm your co-host, Chigi.
Hi, Chigi.
Hi, Ami.
How are you?
Good.
Wow. We are in 2026.
We are.
You know what that means?
What?
We're getting married this year.
Oh,
But yeah, we are in 2026. We are recording in 2026. It has almost been a whole year of Bunso Bites, just like we talked about in our New Year's resolution episode. And things are moving and grooving. We are going at lightning speed. As of right now, we are just under the 2-week mark for the actual wedding.
Yep.
But we're moving and grooving. We're coming up on all things wedding, and it's been crazy, but in a good way. I feel like we're really lucky that like we took care of a lot of big things pretty early on. So now it's just like tying up loose ends and me moving. But like you know, I've moved, which is great. Update: I've moved.
Yes.
Finally, it took pretty much the whole month of December. Just because of holidays and church activities and things and wedding and moving and all the things. But I finally did move in, and we got to celebrate New Year's with my family, which was really, really lovely. And yeah, life is lifing. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting better from being sick.
I know. I felt like we were sick the whole month and a half. Yeah, I felt like we were kind of in and out of being sick and like just under, like I always felt like if one of us was at like 50%, the other was at 75%, and then we would switch, and then vice versa. And a lot of our friends and family and in our circle was sick, so like something kept going around, and it went around like 2 or 3 times over the course of essentially turkey Thanksgiving through the Christmas, New Year, Hanukkah holiday, whatever, just all of December. And so that was fun. But I feel like both you and I are kind of finally just getting over it. I mean, like fully getting over it, because I know for me, I was able to go all out choir wise, and it was like felt really good. So I was like, back to like 100%.
Yeah,
it feels like it anyways. So yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad I'm feeling better. I'm very grateful. I don't want us to be sick coming up, like just we did it all of month of December, so I'm like, let's just come into the new year nice and healthy. Have you started your New Year's resolution?
No. I mean, the only New Year's resolution we made was working on Bunso Bites.
That's true. And as we are doing now, look at us, we are starting our New Year's resolution. Go us. You're holding Squirtle. Okay. Go us. I'm very proud of us.
I mean, we have already started recording Pokemon shorts for year 2.
We have.
And just trying to get all the data together and put it into Excel and make it do its calculations so that I have everything on one sheet so that when I start editing, it's just there for me.
Y'all, it is crazy how in-depth Chigi's Excel sheet gets. But I'm very intrigued and so fascinating. Because I use Excel on a regular basis at my job. I feel like most office people do. Or you use Microsoft Suite. I use Excel as a means of organizing my information. And so, but seeing the way you use Excel, it's like, whoa, you're on like another level. I want to do one of those like adult Excel classes so I can like get to your level. But at the same time, I don't use Excel like that on a regular basis. I just use it solely I like putting a lot of colors on my Excel sheets. I'm a big, pull the information in, delete whatever I don't need, organize it by line, by date, and then colors. At least that's what I like to do. But your Excel sheets get really, like you do functions in yours. I don't do that ever. I just know how to organize. Like, or what is it? Where you can click on the list and it's like alphabetize or organize by number, increasing or decreasing. That's all I know how to do. You've done like full on formulas, and I'm like, ooh, I could never. But yeah, and it's so exciting that you kind of like you overcame that like big hurdle of year 1, and now we're going into year 2, which is really exciting. So I'm very excited. I'm very proud of us. I feel like we're doing really good things. We're starting the year off strong, I feel like.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have any updates for this week?
Other than like officially like really truly moving in. I mean, it kind of happened right before New Year's, because I was like half moved for like a good portion of December, and then we finally moved essentially the week before or the weekend before New Year's. My parents came into town. They stayed at the new place with me, which was lovely. My dad helped me do things like hanging curtains and installing new light bulbs. I don't know. Fixing things that quote unquote need to be fixed, but just, you know, it was nice having him kind of help me transition and like support me in that. And then my parents had to leave, which was sad, but they'll literally be back soon.
Yep.
So I'm not mad. Yeah, just like I said, I genuinely feel like we started the year on a good foot, on a good note. We're starting strong. I feel good. I feel good physically, mentally, and emotionally, and I'm really excited.
Good.
For what this year, this month, everything has to come. What about you? Do you want to add anything else? I kind of just went on a tangent. I'm sorry.
I have become a master at building drawers.
Yes! The amount of furniture building we accomplished in the span of like 12 days was insane. We built a dresser and a drawer and a bed and a couch and all the things.
2 nightstands
and the drawers and my vanity. And yeah, we did a lot of building, guys, like a lot of furniture building. Just because we were trying to be cost efficient with buying furniture. Arguably speaking, some people can say that, oh, well, you didn't buy quality furniture and this, that, and the other. We very specifically bought pieces that were, you know, for the most part, all wood. If there were composite wood pieces, they weren't like structurally composite wood in these pieces. And it was a very, what's the word? Like, I feel like it's the quintessential moving into your first place, like, and then you got to build your IKEA bed type of feeling. We do not have an IKEA bed. Well, that's a lie. Our guest bed is an IKEA bed, but which we still have to build. I gotta build that.
That's the last one.
Yeah, and you know, but we've knocked out and we have it down. I feel like to a science, in a sense of I know where you can pick up and where I falter and all that type of stuff, and then vice versa. The last one that we did was the master bedroom, the actual bed. And I feel like we knocked that out quick. Like we just kind of like honed in and we're like, all right, let's do this. We were definitely tired by the end, but it felt very straightforward and easy because it was the same day that my parents left, and they literally left. Bed was not made. Called them. They had just left, or they had just like probably gotten about like a little over 1/3 of their drive back home, and we were already done. And like I showed them, they're like, "You already did it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, isn't it great?" So they weren't expecting us to finish until, you know, like either the next day or later that day. So that was a big relief to experience that and just be like, okay, this one's done. Now we just have to do arguably the most difficult of all, which would be the guest bed. But I feel like we've accomplished a lot. So we've graduated from DIY furniture and 101, and now we're going to tackle the big one. It'll be good. I'm excited. So yes, you are a master drawer builder.
Yes.
He built all 12 of our drawers for our dresser. And I
built the base.
I did. I built the foundation and the frame, essentially. This all sounds very, like, technical. We followed IKEA instructions, y'all. We are not... Well, no. I would say we're relatively handy. We weren't totally lost. Like, it's not like we had to Google anything. We figured it out well enough, and we know how to use a flathead, vice Allen wrench, vice a, you know, what's the other one? Phillips. So, like, we got the basics. We're okay. Also, my dad very kindly and graciously ordered us a drill for it to show up 2 days after we finished building. But we can use it on the guest bed. So that's what we'll do. That and hanging up all of our, like, art and stuff. So that's exciting. That's kind of the next step.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
good updates all around. Like I said, we are starting 2026 strong. I'm very proud of us.
Cool.
So what are we talking about today?
So this week, I had just finished up watching Physical Asia.
Yes.
And
Physical Asia.
It's a series that I've actually delved quite a bit into. Mm-hmm. I watched all of season 1 and season 2 for Physical 100.
Yes.
Love those very much.
Yes.
And then when I heard that there was going to be a Physical Asia with members of different countries, I was like, okay, bet. When this comes out, I'm definitely watching it.
All in, yeah.
Yeah. And so, I got through all of that. And this is basically just like a review and our thoughts on it.
Yes. First and foremost, we love the series. It's such a good series. There are times when I get a little bit like queasy isn't the word. I feel very empathetic towards their struggles, and so sometimes I get emotionally like my cup gets filled very, very quickly in like the high intense moments of the show, and I literally like run to the other room while we're watching. But then I also am asking him like what's happening, even though I just physically can't watch it. Not like, and I want to be very clear, it's not that it's a bad show or whatever, it's just sometimes I feel like it's just too emotionally overwhelming, because I feel like these people are really putting their hearts and their muscles literally on the line. And they're trying their best, and they feel very proud of where they came from and what they do, what they've accomplished, and they want to put their best foot forward as a representative of their country. Like, it feels very patriotic in like an Olympic kind of way, you know, but it's just Asia. And it's really, I love seeing not just obviously them overcoming the challenges and doing all these things, but also just the way that despite everyone coming from different backgrounds and disciplines, seeing their discipline and seeing them thriving and succeeding at different things because of what they, you know what I mean? Like, and it's very rewarding in that sense. And also they just, I mean, shout out to Korean editors, truly, truly, truly Korean, variety shows, reality shows, like they are just, Korean editing is top notch for entertainment, because it literally keeps you on your toes, or you're laughing, or you're crying, or like they max you out on reaction and emotion. And yeah, I loved Physical Asha. I mean, like when we were watching it, it was really good. Yeah.
So like what they did in the Physical series, in Physical 100 season 1.
Yes.
They started off with like a main person to like be the mascot of the show. Okay. And so in season 1 it was Chu Sung-hoon. He's a MMA fighter. Like he's in his 40s, but yeah. And he's actually Japanese, but
I didn't know that.
He had a was it judo background.
Yes.
And then after he became a champion in judo, he transitioned over to mixed martial arts, fought in the UFC. And, he's recognized as one of the top Japanese and Korean MMA fighters. And so the focus was on him for season 1. Right. Although he did not win season 1, one of his teammates in the teams that he picked became the winner of season 1. And then for season 2, it was Stun Gun, Kim Dong-hyun.
Yes.
So again, he's the other MMA fighter. And he's the one that also represented Team Korea in Physical Asia.
Yeah.
So what I really liked about that is that each team in Physical Asia, there were 8 teams, each of them had a main character that they focused on.
Yeah, and most of the time kind of like the leader of the group in a lot of ways, yes.
And I guess you could say that the main character for season 3 could have been Manny Pacquiao, because he's literally probably the most recognized, the most famous out of all of the people on that series. Yeah. Although he wasn't on there for long.
Yes, unfortunately.
He did make an impact on the first 2 episodes.
He showed up and he did his part for sure.
So, what did you think about them using Manny Pacquiao as a quote-unquote mascot for this season?
Well, so I think okay, I have two perspectives on this. Marketing wise, very, very smart.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, he is recognizable not just across the Philippines as a boxer and as a government official, but he has become he has become famous to the point that he is recognizable as many, but like kind of like, you know, you can say, oh, okay, Oprah is famous for being a talk show host, but you don't know Oprah as a talk show host, you just know her as Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Manny Pacquiao. You know Manny Pacquiao as Manny Pacquiao. You know the things that he's done, but you just know him as Manny Pacquiao. So in that sense, marketing wise and for the show's ratings or however you want to look at it, you know, on a technical standpoint of how to make this show have the biggest impact, knowing that we're going to have multiple countries across Asia, specifically Asia, you know, the fact that they could even book Manny Pacquiao, because I know the homeboy's super busy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, doing all the things and trying to serve his country on top of that. And that was kind of, going back to what I was saying earlier, the whole like patriotic thing, it felt very much like they were all going there as representatives of their country, and in a very like not cheesy way, like not, you know how like sometimes when you're watching the Olympics it's like this is a little too on the nose for like oh, we're really milking, you know, our patriotism, so to speak. But in Physical Aja, it genuinely felt like these are people who love their craft, who adore their discipline, who are disciplined, and they are so excited to represent their country in a sense of like, yes, we are the best, like we are the best of what we have, and we're ready to show that to the rest of Physical Asia or Asia in that sense. So that's one side of it. The other side of it is, as a Filipino American, and truly to how I reacted. I don't remember if you told me before or after he showed up on the show that he was going to be on the show. But I very distinctly remember that when he came out on, because the first episode is very like introduction heavy. So introducing all the teams and one by one, each member of each team, of each whatever, with each backstory and each whatever, which was lovely. I'm not saying that it was wrong, but it was a very like intro heavy show. And then of course, Manny was kind of like the finale of that. But when you and I watched it, especially that first time, I very distinctly like fell into the nostalgia of, because I grew up watching his matches. Like we would stay up late at my friend's house, pay for the pay-per-view, whatever, and watch. Like it was a whole thing. You know, it was probably like 4 or 5 families we would get together at one of our other friends' house, and you know we would watch the matches, and it was very like culturally it was such a big impact on us, you know, as Filipinos, but specifically Filipino American, because he was standing on an international stage. So then watching him come out again on Physical Aja's stage, I had that like same surge of like, oh yes, like I know this feeling. And it was very, very nostalgic, to the point that, and I very distinctly remember when he came out, I like chanted out, I was like, Philippines, yeah, Philippines, let's go. Like I slipped into fob so fast.
Yeah.
And even like the way that they were doing Tagalog, English, Taglish, whatever it was, I couldn't even like English properly. I distinctly remember I started talking to you in Tagalog and you're like, whoa, pause, hold on. And you had to like reroute me because even hearing Tagalog on a not Tagalog, like not a Filipino show, it triggered my brain and my Tagalog switch turned on. And I was already like, you know, and then I was getting confused because it was like Tagalog, English, English, Tagalog, and then back and forth. Because there were a couple on that team who were also Fil-Am. Like they were Filipino, but they were, you know, they spoke English mainly. But Manny, when he came out, full Tagalog, just full Tagalog. I mean, he had his very proud to be here, you know, English, but he was, you know, like true Filipino. And I was like, yes, like, and I fell into that and it felt like it was a very strong, like I had a very visceral reaction to seeing him, hearing him, and hearing that the whole Filipino team like really like gung ho about Philippines, like yeah, let's go. And so yeah, it was in that sense. Now I understand I am horrifically biased, obviously as a Filipino American, but also just growing up with that. So that's why I had such a big reaction to it. But again, if I zoom out and I'm looking at it from a marketing perspective, I mean, every single person in that room, when Manny Pacquiao came out, they all recognized him. Every single country, every single person, every single competitor, however you want to phrase it, they all knew who he was, and they all surged forward to shake that man's hand. Like that, he was the star of the show. In that first episode, which, like, you know, go on him. He's like, he had to go back, do his civic duties. I can appreciate a man who knows his priorities. But yeah, it was a very impactful episode, at least for me. And I mean, like I said, we were saying it, the show or the series as a whole is very, very good. So that was kind of, in addition to the series itself being really good, it was definitely like icing on the cake to like feel that feeling. Did you, like, I don't know, how did you feel about the whole Manny Pacquiao part?
I mean, it was nice seeing him on something other than boxing.
Yeah.
And so, you know, him representing Team Philippines in this show, it was nice to see.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a good choice having him as the team captain.
Yeah.
Because for one, like, not only could he not speak that much English, even though it was translated in the actual show.
Yeah, I feel like he should have said Tagalog straight.
Yeah. His teammates, especially Mark Mugen and JC, those two, they really stood out as the ones that were actually delegating the work in the team.
They were very strong. They had strong leadership qualities.
Oh yeah. So it really didn't seem right for him to be the team captain because he wasn't really delegating work, but he was really just there as the hype man.
Yeah, he's a good mascot. That being said, though, I also feel like if they didn't name him team captain, it would have caused a riot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because he is too big and popular.
Yeah.
To not be the, you know, top gun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, truly, homeboy walked out with shades. Like, he was like, "What up, y'all?" Like,
yeah.
He walked out with the most riz, and I said, "Go off." Despite him being probably the oldest, if not the second oldest.
Yeah, pretty much.
He and this is not, he pulled his weight 100%, but he was not a young 20-some-year-old. Like, you know, homeboy is older than majority, if not all of the cast.
Right. So yeah, I was actually surprised in how well Team Philippines did.
Yeah.
Because I was expecting them to lose first round.
Yes.
Just because knowing the types of activities and types of challenges they do on physical.
Right.
I don't think Team Philippines was really cut out to last. But I mean, they represented very well, and I think they got fifth place.
Like that,
because they definitely outlasted the first round of eliminations, but then they got eliminated during the second round.
Sorry, I'm just remembering the technique they used, and it made me giggle. Are we keeping this spoiler free? Like, I don't know how.
No, not at all.
In the first it was the first challenge, the circles, right?
Well, it wasn't really an elimination challenge. It was more like a
to gain advantage.
Correct.
For the actual, yeah. And I get it. TV is TV. Reality TV is reality. You gotta find that thing. But when Team Philippines was on the screen for this first like kind of advantage match, their technique, which was not wrong, it just, again, we're talking about being a little cheesy, like on the nose. Their plan and strategy was called the jeepney technique, and like, I get it, but it's a really big stretch. If you do or do not know, a jeepney is a public transportation that is used in the Philippines. It's essentially a hollowed out bus, and there's, and it's just public transportation that, a lot of people use on the regular in the Philippines. Like, you literally take jeepney to go to and from school or to and from bayan, whatever it is. And their whole thing was like, okay, we're going to jeepney style and essentially push off a team from this like essentially there's like designated areas that you have to be within the bounds of this area, a circle. And and it was a good idea. It was a really good idea. But them constantly doing, like, the amount of times they said jeepney style, I got a nosebleed, y'all. Like, it was just too much. It was too on the nose. It was too much. And I was like, okay, I get it, reality TV. We got it. Thank you so much. But all that to be said, I mean, how can I complain? Someone's talking about jeepneys on Netflix. Like, come on now. That's really cool as a Filipino American.
Yeah.
So, it's just like, I get it. But it's also just like, ooh, a little too much. And yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, it seemed like from the very beginning, Manny was there for the clicks and the views. And that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing at all. He is that famous. So, like, what is it? The clickbait. He is that popular. He's that famous. Everyone knows him. I understand. It is a little bit sad that he had to leave so early. But, like I said, I mean, I respect it. He knew that. I think he knew his role too.
Yeah.
Like, he knew, he's like, I'm here to be Manny Pacquiao here, and then I'm gonna go back home and do my regular 9 to 5 civic duty type of thing. And good on him for it. Like, truly, I'm like, yes, that's awesome. And then and it also gave an opportunity for those other Filipino athletes to shine in their own way, which was really cool. Like, I mean, I don't remember all their names. I don't know how you remember their names, but the two that really stepped up as leaders and like you said, delegating tasks and showing their personalities and their strengths, literally, physically, and as people. So it was really cool. I mean, overall, that's kind of the show, but like in a nutshell, and it is really, really cool. Out of all, I don't know if you want to specify it per season or however you want to do it, but what was your favorite challenge across the physical series?
Favorite challenge across the physical series.
There was a lot.
there were. I think one that really sticks out to me, because it looks really very, very easy.
Okay.
So in season 1, it was like top 20, and each of the teams had to send in one of their members to participate in a game.
Yeah.
And one of the games was to hold a boulder on your shoulders, or just
like
keep
Atlas,
just keep it off the ground. And so it was a 100 kilogram boulder.
Okay.
And you had to balance it, on your shoulders, on your head, whatever, and keep it from falling to the ground.
Right.
And the two that stood there the longest held it for over 2 hours.
Which is insane.
That is insane.
Yeah.
And literally just holding, 220 pounds of something over your shoulders, over your head.
Yeah.
And balancing it while you're just standing straight for 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
That to me seemed very interesting because it looks very easy, but like deep down,
on paper, it's really easy.
Yeah, deep down, you're like struggling, you're straining, you're shaking, you're just trying to keep it all together, all tight within your core to keep this boulder
flexed but relaxed.
Yes.
But concentrated but relaxed.
Yes.
But yeah.
Just keeping this boulder balanced above you.
And don't fall.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
So, for that competition to last that long, I was like, wow, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
So that's what really caught me during the first season. But I mean, I think they had something like that in each season.
A version of that.
Yeah. So like in Physical Asia, they did the 2 pillars.
Yes.
And then
yeah.
you had they did it with 2 members, and so you would work with a teammate to keep these 2 pillars from falling.
Right.
and Team Mongolia killed it.
Yeah.
Because even though the two members that they placed on that event was your favorite, the female,
she is a sweet angel puppy baby that I want to give the biggest hug to. She's so, what is her name?
I don't know.
She does judo, and she has her hair in like baby pigtails, and she has braces. She has the most beautiful, adorable, wonderful, childlike smile, but she can also murder you with a punch. And I'm just like, I love the duality. We love a queen who could do both, and she slays every time. But yeah, she was genuinely, she was one of the fiercest competitors, because her will and determination from the very beginning was so much like leagues above other competitors. You know, physically speaking, if you want to argue men and women, or, you know, one is swimmer, she's a judo, whatever. Yes, sure. But genuinely, her willpower and determination, but then also she just has the sweetest, cutest, like, little smile. And you're just like, I can even pinch your cheeks, but please don't kill me. Like, type of thing. Oh, I love her so much. She's amazing. We love a queen. And
so her partner in that event was the MMA fighter from Mongolia.
Yes.
And he's like way smaller than her. Yeah. Both in height and weight.
Yes.
And
teeny tiny man.
Yeah. And like literally if you had the camera placed on the female first, right, and he's standing right behind her, you wouldn't see him. You couldn't see him.
Yeah. That's how like much broader and like thick she is. And he's just like little baby man.
Yeah. But yeah, it seemed like it was such a like mismatch.
Yeah. Or it seemed very opposite.
Yeah. But they ended up pulling it or holding that stance for like 40 minutes. Yeah. And that was the most out of all the teams.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Like they really put themselves out there and like
locked in, yeah.
And they just did it emphatically.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I was really impressed with that one. Did you have one?
My favorite challenge? I think my favorite challenge, and I mean, it goes back to the like the emotional high of it, was I think the first official challenge in Physical Asia, the shipwreck one, because it's that, again, that like patriotic Olympic teamwork, like, yeah, we love our country and we're gonna do it, and what I truly loved in that was not just, I mean, it was a difficult challenge, and you know, whatever they accomplished was an accomplishment, period, because the challenge was very difficult. But I loved the tidbits they would add, were like, oh, so and so is, you know, faltering, whatever, and then you see the guy, you know, their teammate slapping them on the back, like, come on, let's go, next one, we'll do it together, let's hold the crate together, type of thing. Long story short, they had to transfer sandbags and crates of sandbags from one side of the stage to the other side of the stage. The set was done as like a shipwreck style. There was physical carrying of things, and then there was also a like zip line style type of you know, thing. And you know, there at the end of the raceway, or at the end of the course, there's a scale at the bottom, like wherever they're throwing it into, there's a scale, and so whoever had the most weight at the end was the team that won, or the team that, you know, advanced. And yeah, that one was just, I loved, and then I loved seeing not just the camaraderie, the teamwork, and the whatever, but even the approaches. Like, okay, I know one thing that stands out, Team Korea, they had one person assigned to do like the cart task. So they would drop all these bags, and then homeboy had to push the cart himself. But that's all he did. He didn't lift anything, he did whatever, all he had to do was push the cart. And to a certain degree, that kind of gave them advantage, because you could argue, oh, well, that leaves them one less person to whatever. But the guy that they chose is a not sumo wrestler, like kind of, he's like a bigger body weight fighter. Is he a sumo wrestler? I don't remember.
The big guy from Korea.
Yeah,
he's a Korean wrestler.
You know, and he's a heavyweight guy, so like he doesn't have speed, but he has bulk, and so he can push a heavy thing up a ramp or up a cart, whatever it was. And so they focused, at least for Korea, they focused on, okay, what are our strengths individually, and how can we maximize on that? On the other side, you have team, I think it was Thailand, where they were like, okay, these two people will handle these two things, these two people will handle these two things, and these two people will handle these two things. So they kind of divided and conquered. And, you know, and it's like the way they approached it as different athletes, different teams, different backgrounds, whatever you want to do, different disciplines. It was really interesting to see because, and I think there was only maybe like once or twice where like it was very obvious who the winner was, but otherwise a lot of times the race was like really, really close, like unexpectedly close. And of course the editing top notch, because like the what I think it was between episode like 2 and 3 or 1 and 2, whatever it was, because I remember like one of them was like they're like they showed one team's weight 1,500 whatever 1,500, which is insane amount of weight, and then the other one like they just had the number like scrolling and then it was like next episode, and I'm like no.
Yeah.
Because it was so dramatic, and you're just like you just want to see what happens, or you want to see that final count. And I mean, top notch to the editors, because they really like kept you on the edge of your seat. And yeah, some of those matches were really, really close. Like I want to say the one that was surprising was Korea, Australia, right? Because wasn't it Australia was like, it seemed like Australia was like leagues ahead, and then at the very end, like Korea like beat them out by like 100 pounds or 100 kilos or whatever it was, by like essentially like, and then and also that was fun too because you were calcing the whole time because you're like, oh, this many sandbags and this many crates or whatever. So that one was a really, really fun challenge, I think, because it incorporated so many aspects of what is really great about the physical series, which is obviously the physical strength and the physical challenge of it, but in the physical agile sense, it was like, okay, the teamwork part of it and the camaraderie and the, you know, how are we going to divide and conquer? How are we going to accomplish this? What's the best way that we could succeed as a team? And, you know, again, patriotism on the nose, cheesy, but it was really like that was a very good episode as a whole. So yeah, I think that was my favorite. And again, it was kind of just like the emotional highs and lows of like, you see these people literally like dragging their feet across, you know, the puddles, and they're like, I can't do it. And you got their team, no, we could do it. We're team this and we're awesome and go us. Like it felt, I don't know, just like in a good way, like, you know, schoolyard camaraderie, just we got this, we could do this, push, you know, we could succeed. And it was really cool.
Okay. So there's 2 more things that I want to touch on before we wrap up this episode.
Sure.
People I've heard like on shorts and reels.
Yeah.
They said that Physical Asia was rigged. Do you feel that it was rigged?
I don't think it was rigged. I think there was a strategy. I think they knew who they wanted to keep in like the top couple of teams. And I think that there was enough of a script across the whole series that they knew who the top, I don't know, 3-4 teams were going to be.
Right.
They knew that much. But however it was that they dictated the actual winner. However they dictated the winner by the end of it. I don't know. But there's definitely a strategy there. Whether it was intentional or not, who's to say? Because at the end of the day, who produced the show? Korea. They're the ones who made the challenges. They're the ones. So mindset-wise, like this isn't the Olympics. At the Olympics, you have a set sport that you do and everyone follows the same rules. This is a game, and the people who made the game are Korean. So if you have that cultural understanding, there is an advantage there. Whether or not that's right, I don't know. I'm not one to say. Do I care? No. Because it's a good show and it's fun to watch and it's hilarious. And I think that, you know, in their own way, at the end of the day, there was a competition. Whether or not it was fair, unfair, whatever, there was a winner, period. Like I said, I think if I were to guess, 100%, they have a script. They know who the top so many teams was going to be. How far along that script they got, I don't know. But they definitely were following a route there. I mean, because, like you said, as much as the Philippine team had Manny Pacquiao, even from the very beginning, we kind of knew Philippines is going to make it in the top, whatever. Like, if anything, we were surprised they made it past the challenges that they did make it past. We're like, all right, go Team Philippines. Like, I never expected Philippines to win because I could see the competitors. It was like, absolutely not. Also, how are we defining Asia? Because we had, yeah. It was like the way they defined Asia was a little bit interesting because they included Australia. Who are the other? I mean, Thai, obviously, Philippines, Korea,
Turkey.
And Turkey is, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm not a geography person. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. The only thing I know about Turkey was, isn't it part of the Ottoman Empire? I don't know. Something like that, which doesn't have anything to do with this. But, I don't know. If you're comparing, how tall is Manny? 5'6" to a 6 foot, 300 all muscle pound bodybuilder muscle man. Don't really think Manny Pacquiao can make it that far. And that's not knocking on Manny. Manny fights in his weight class. He's successful in his weight class. But if you put a 5'6" guy against a 6 foot guy in a strength competition, I mean, what are you expecting? So, you know, but at the end of the day, like, how much bias can they put? I can't say that, I'm going to put all of Asia against each other and then put, like, limitations on it. Like, you have to be this height, this weight, this whatever. Asia is so ridiculously diverse. I mean, even as Filipinos, some people don't even consider us Asian because we're more Pacific Islander or vice versa. I like to think of myself as, you know, kind of like a Spanish Hawaiian who eats rice.
Okay.
You know, so it's like, even us, it's like, am I Asian enough to be considered Asian? I don't know, but who's to say? I didn't know or think that Turkey was part of Asia. I didn't know or think Australia was part of Asia, but according to Physical Asia, they are, so who am I to fight that? I didn't make the rules. I didn't make the game.
Like, I don't think because the show is called Physical Asia that all teams had to be from Asia.
Yeah.
But a majority of the teams were from Asia, thus it being called Physical Asia.
Yes.
So, I mean, in terms of Turkey and Australia, we definitely know Australia is not Asia. It's Australia.
They're their own continent. Like, completely.
But, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Having Robert Whittaker there for Team Australia definitely, you know, helped the ratings.
Yeah, another clickbait, which, like, good on them. They got another, like, high profile dude. Awesome. You know, I thought that was cool. I am not familiar with said man, but, like, I know he brought in the views and the clicks, so who's to say no? Yeah.
Yeah. So in my opinion, I do not think it was rigged.
Yeah.
And or Korea cheated. Did Korea have an upper hand? Yes.
Yeah.
They had contestants from previous physical seasons.
Right. Yes, that too.
And so they know what type of challenges were going to come out from this event.
They knew what to expect.
Yeah.
Like, they've done it before. They've graduated already. So they're just redoing class.
Right. So I think the only thing that they could contest that may have been rigged is when the top 4 were competing and they were doing the rope challenge where you shake the ropes up and down, and there were 2 rounds. And so the first round the top 2 would advance, and then out of the second round the one who had the more repetitions would win.
Yes.
And so Australia went all in.
Yeah.
And they put their top 3 guys in that competition. Of course, they won the first round. Japan got in as the second team.
Yes.
And Australia beat them out in the first round by like almost 300, I think.
Yeah.
But in round 2, Japan beat out Australia by almost 300.
Yeah.
And so that may have been the only thing that you could have contested, may have been rigged or cheating or whatever.
Because the way it fell by the end.
Yeah. But I feel it was correct. Like, Team Australia did stop shaking the ropes, you know, for a matter of like maybe 10 seconds.
Right.
And that swimmer guy the baseball guy in Team Japan.
Yeah.
His method of doing the ropes was very, very efficient.
He was efficient was a good word. Yes.
Yes, and then he cycled through twice for his team.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that really helped the team.
Boosted the score. Yeah.
So when that happened,
Mm-hmm.
Team Australia putting all in the first round and losing the first competition set them up for failure in the second competition.
Yep.
Because everyone else did not go all in.
They did, yeah.
And so they went all in round 2,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what Korea did.
Yes.
They sent their 3 worst in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
They lost, but their top 3 in the second round made them win the second round.
Yes, yeah.
Mongolia did maybe a 66-33 split on their
they
top
tried to
people.
Kind of make it even, yeah.
So that helped them out win the second round as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Team Australia doing that, going all in the first and losing, really screwed them over for that round, and then they got eliminated.
Yes, because of that. Yeah.
So, that's the only thing I can really think of that you can test that may have been cheated and or rigged.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the finals where it was Korea versus Mongolia,
mm-hmm.
the last competition where they had to use their body weight for their weights.
Oh yeah.
So
Excuse me.
The entire team had to grab a flag out the ground, but they were all tied to a proportion of their total body weight as their weights that they had to drag.
Mm-hmm.
And so Team Korea was actually heavier than Team Mongolia.
Oh, I didn't.
So their weights was a little bit larger than Team Mongolia,
mm-hmm.
but they beat them out, just barely in that last round. So I don't think any of that was staged or rigged or any of that. But, Team Korea did what they had to do. They knew what they had to do. They had an advantage because they know these types of challenges were going to come.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that's what gave them the upper edge.
From the very beginning, Team Korea was always team strategy.
Mm-hmm.
How they approached every single challenge, you could tell that they were anticipating the best way to reach whatever outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And call that cheating or call that whatever, that's, like I said, we all know majority of them have already done it before. They kind of just knew what to expect. They knew the format, and it is what it is. That's why I was saying, I was like, I 100% believe that there was a script isn't the right word, but they had a direction of where they were going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with you. I don't think the outcome was determined. I think it was just they have an idea of what direction they're going, and then whatever the outcome is would be the show, essentially. And that's kind of, if you watch Korean television, that's really how they do it. I mean,
mm-hmm.
truly, that is their entertainment model. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're successful in their own way. So, ayo, kudos to them.
Yep. So, finally, after all that's said and done with Physical Asia,
mm-hmm.
one of the things that really, well, to my liking, something that I like that came from this show is the things that are going to come out of it afterwards.
Yeah.
So, I know we've seen plenty of Instagram reels
mm-hmm.
with the cast of Physical Asia just hanging out together,
mm-hmm.
and it's not just Team Korea by itself. It's Korea, Mongolia, Australia, and I've seen Team Philippines with Team Thailand.
Is contenting. It's so great. It's so great. They do TikTok challenges. They do dance challenges. They do silly little memes. It's so good. Just and then they're just these big bulky guys and whatever, and they're doing a silly little TikTok dance, and it's
mm-hmm.
so funny. It's so good. I'm the entertainment is entertaining, and I love it.
Yes. So out of all the things that you've seen post Physical Asia, what is your favorite thing? 2.
So there's one where I don't remember which country he's from, but he's one of the big guys with the big shoulder tattoo, and he goes to he's in Korea, and he was doing the different doing the different TikTok challenges or whatever. But there was one where they were it was him and then the Mongolian leader, and they were dressed in the traditional Mongolian wrestling wear. Like, it kind of looks like sumo underwear, and then like the kind of chest plate. And these guys are like significantly bigger and taller than the Korean contestants. But there's this one where he lifts up the winner of the Korean season 2, I think it
Amadi.
was. Yeah, he lifts him up, and then there's a meme underneath this, I believe I can fly. And it's so good. The way I auntie laughed, the way I Tita Scream laughed, watching it over and over again, just seeing him like baby lift this like, and like Amadi's not small, like he's a bulky dude too, by Korean standards.
Yeah.
But compared to the Mongolian guy or whatever, like he is smaller in stature. And so just him full on being lifted while he's in this like Mongolian underwear thing and just, I believe I can fly, playing in the background. Oh, it was so good. And then another one was my favorite judo girl with the cute, baby cute smile. She did one with the Korean judo girl. Or
She's
the
a wrestler.
Japanese wrestler?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I send it to you? The one where like she was like, oh, it's so good to see you. And they like run up to each other. And then the judo girl just like throws her. Yeah. Throws her to the point that your soul escapes your body. Because you're just like, you lose air with how much this... you are watching it on Instagram and you run out of air. Because she throws her. And then it's just like... I don't know what the meme is, but it's like something. Oh, it's so good to see you. And then throws her. And it's like, are you okay? And then it's just like, I'm okay. And like, clearly, you're not okay. It just... And then she's so cute with her little smile. And she's just like, okay. Like, it's so cute. And I'm just, oh, the content is so good. Like, just, they're so silly and quirky. And what I love, too, is that they so clearly get along with each other. It's not just, I mean, it's obviously for the views and the clicks. But you could tell, like, they are having fun. And they're having fun with it, which is the best kind of content. Because then you're like, if they're having fun, then as a viewer, you're having fun too. Yeah. So yeah, I love that. Just scrolling on Instagram or scrolling on Reels, and it's just like, it's so funny. You just literally just type in hashtag physical, and then they all show up, and it's so good.
Nice.
Do you have any favorites?
Yeah. So one of the guys from Team Philippines, Mark Mugen, he's the Sambo guy.
Yes.
He has a reel with James from Thailand.
We love James.
Yes.
We love James from Thailand. He is so good. He is so good. We love James from Thailand. He is TV. Like, we love. We love. So, okay, what were they doing?
I don't remember what they were doing, but I just remember seeing them in a reel together. And I was like, hey, it's about time I've seen James in one of these reels.
Yes.
Because it's always like Eddie from Australia with the team leader from Mongolia and Mahdi from Korea.
Yes, and they're all internet people too, which is why you see them most often. Yes.
And so seeing them two together, Mark and James, and I was like, oh, this is something different.
Isn't Mark the one that Legs really likes? I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah, she was like, ooh, and I said, ooh. Legs, I see you.
But yeah, just seeing them in a reel together, I was like, oh, that's different.
Yeah.
That's new. That's fun.
James is, if I'm not mistaken, he is very like commonly on Thai TV. Like, he's a TV personality, which is why he was so good on Physiology, because he is TV. Like, you want TV, you watch James. Like, he is so good, but also like so insanely strong too. Like he did some things that I'm like, go off, like slay, but also just like best TV personality. We love. He's such a good character, so genuinely like entertaining and funny, like not OTT, like it, not to the point you're like cringing. Like, he's genuinely just like entertaining, funny, good for TV, like good for that type of TV. Variety show, reality show, whatever you want to call it. And yes, we love James. We love James so much. I forgot his name was James. I love James. He's so funny.
Yeah. So do you have anything you want to add on before we end this?
Watch the Physical series. We like it. We highly recommend. And yeah, let us know in the comments down below what if you've watched it or if you haven't watched it. If you have watched it, what's your favorite parts of it, or what are your favorite, what was your favorite season? I think Physical Aja was our favorite season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think Physical Aja was kind of like a really good like pinnacle, and that the whole team spirit thing and the whole like Olympics feeling was really, really cool. Also, shout out Manny Pacquiao. You're killing it, fam. You're killing it for us. You're killing it for the Filipinos. We love it so much. Yeah. What about you? Any final thoughts?
So since watching Physical Asia, there are a couple of other shows that Korea has produced that has this type of elimination, this elimination style type show.
Yes.
And so I guess we can go and review this later for a different episode. The Culinary Wars. Yes.
So good. Sorry, we've binge watched it with my dad, and we should ask Dad to come on the episode. Oh my God, my dad loves Culinary Class Wars. Like, he loves it. So does my mom. But it's so like, we binged all of New Year's. We essentially were just binging the what is it, season 1 and 2, right?
Season 1, and then we still have to catch up for season 2.
Yes, but we were binging, and we were like, oh, the drama, the Edward. But that's a whole other episode. We'll talk about it another time. We'll ask Dad. I think he'd like to talk about that. That'd be so funny. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let us know down below if there are any other shows that you think we should watch, especially after seeing how much we like Physical Aja, maybe Culinary Class Wars as a future episode. Let us know. We will talk to y'all later. Bye.